I've been looking for a new job. Some people know this. I'm just generally looking around trying to find something that suits me, find something that works for me. And I thought, I've got to find something I'm interested in. And lo and behold, I saw a Zenimax online studios advert for a job. Not as a developer, as a sound, because I did sound. So I was like, I have to do a sound job, within Zenimax. And I was like, great, this is me. I play ESO all the time. I decided I have to apply for that. This is me. This is me to a T. I have to apply for a job at Zenimax. Because what am I doing if I don't? And I was just curious to see the studios, to see the people that work there. So I applied and I got an interview. I have a lot of experience, I got an interview. So I went to their studios, flied all the way to Los Angeles. You don't know this. Yeah, that's where I was this weekend. Or wherever their studios are, I'm not quite sure. I got to their studios, and the weirdest thing about their studios is that it was sort of in the middle of nowhere. There was no sort of offices around. It was really... I went into a desert, and there was a big glass skyscraper. Very menacing, very tall and very menacing, and just so it was the only building around for miles. You couldn't see another building. It was just this big singular glass skyscraper, eerily sticking out in the skyline. And on the front of it says Zenimax Online Studios. And I got to the front desk and I said, "Hi, I'm here for an interview. And they said, great, what's it for? And I said, I'm doing audio and blah, blah, blah. And they said, yes, you'll be meeting with Rich Lambert up on the top floor. I was like, oh my God, Rich Lambert, he's the big wig. So I was instantly nervous. But they said he's waiting up there. I know he's kind of a friendly guy. He's a friendly guy. He gets a lot of stick. He really does. He gets a lot of stick, and I'm not sure why. Well, it's because the game's in the shitter. Anyway, got the lift up to the top of Zenimax Online Studios. Beep, 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 beep. 50 floors. It was really tall. I was feeling really nervous. I was like, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick if I'm in this lift much longer, because I was just so nervous. Got to the top. Bing. Immediately, I saw this man hunching over a pan, sweaty, really, really sweaty. I'd seen him kind of feral, and he turned and looked at me, sweat sort of shining off his face, and it was Rich Lambert. He was making a spaghetti bolognese. And I was like, it's 10 a.m. for one. Why are you making spaghetti bolognese? But the feralness of it, the strangeness, already it was off. There was a little kitchen. It was just him on this floor. No one else. And he says, hey, you Ed, you're coming for an interview for the sound. And I said, yeah, I am. But there was a panic in his voice. Oh, you Ed, for the interview. I said, yes, nice to meet you. I'm Ed. I went to shake his hand, and he had these sort of really sweaty, clammy hands. Spaghetti bolognese all down his front, because it wasn't very clean while he was cooking. He said, I was just making spaghetti bolognese. Like that. I was making spaghetti bolognese. I said, oh, cool, why are you making spaghetti bolognese? And they said, well, I got told I'm not allowed to stream anymore. I said, oh, how come? What's wrong with that? And he said, oh, there's just some things happened on stream. They told me I have to stay in this room. I said, who told you? I said, oh, just the people. They said I have to stay here. I said, what, at the top of this tower, in the middle of nowhere? They said, yeah, it's fine. It's I love ESO. I love ESO so much. I love ESO non-stop, forever and ever. I love ESO. And so staying in this room at the top of this, away from my wife and family, just making spaghetti bolognese. Not allowed to stream though. Forever and ever. I love it because I love ESO. I said, great. Is this where we're going to have the interview? And he said, yes. Everything's fine, by the way. Everything's fine. And he was so sweaty. And he smelt of lobsters. Anyway, had the interview. It was fine at first. It has actually sort of calmed down. He sort of became a bit less sweaty. Felt like he was being a part of the real world for a moment. And he sort of gave me normal questions. What's your experience? Do you know what this role entails? And I think I was answering pretty well. And then he said, there's one thing you have to know. And I said, okay. But he said, you're on a you cannot talk about this to anyone. You're on an NDA. And he says, you sign here, please, sign here. We're liking you for this job, so you have to know this before you say yes or no. I said, okay. Sure. I thought, nothing short. It's Zenimax. What can't be that bad, right? It's just Zenimax. And he showed me to this door. And he said, this is the big secret of Zenimax. This is Zenimax's biggest secret, which cannot be talked about. You can't talk about it. Oh, excuse me. That woke me up a bit, that did. He said, this is Zenimax's biggest secret. You cannot talk about this to anyone. And he took me to this door, and it was this huge metal door with a little sort of window in it that you couldn't really see through. But I sort of peeked through it, and I saw this big sort of machine in there. I was like, what is this? It had loads of different locks. It had like a pin number. It had a big key, and he sort of cranked it open. Poof, big lever that opened. And it was really heavy, the door. And I was like, what are they fucking hiding? Like, is this the server room or something? Is this why they haven't upgraded the servers? They just can't get into them? And he opened the door. It was really hard to open. I had to help him a bit. Inside, there was this big whirring machine. And a purple vortex inside of it. And he said, this is an oblivion portal. And I said, what? What do you mean it's an oblivion portal? He said, this is an oblivion portal. I was like, what do you mean it's an oblivion portal? And he said, yes. It's an oblivion portal. And I said, what? It's an oblivion. And he said, yes, it's a fucking oblivion portal, Ed. It's an oblivion portal, okay? I said, what? What do you mean this is an oblivion? You've got an oblivion. Oblivion isn't real. It said it's from the Elder Scrolls. Oblivion isn't real. And he said, Ed, this is the Elder Scrolls' biggest secret. The Elder Scrolls is real. And I said, what? What do you mean? The Elder Scrolls is real. He said, the Elder Scrolls is based off of fact. We are not making a fictional game. It's all real. I said, what do you mean? He said, if you die in the Elder Scrolls, you die in real life. And I said, what? What do you mean we die in real life? He said, yes. There's a reason why we have this storyline where you don't have your soul. Because once you have your soul, you can die. That's the story of the Elder Scrolls Online for a reason. If we add the souls back in, you will never be able to respawn. And you'll die in real life. You are not just playing as a character. This is a symmetrical version of yourself in the Elder Scrolls universe, which is through this Oblivion portal. And I said, this is nuts. This is nuts. What are you talking about? And he said, go through the portal. Find out for yourself. And I was kind of scared because it was just this big purple sort of glowing thing. And I went in and my whole brain sort of went... And I was my character in ESO. I was this guy with the terrible armor on. You can't really see because I'm in the way. I'm not going to change that now. And I was like, what the hell? What the hell? I looked down, had armor on. I could see Letu with his silly hat. And I was like, this is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Because Zenimax was not only lying, but they were trying to save the world, I guess. But we didn't know. We've been actually fighting real life Daedra. But the most bizarre thing out of everything is that I looked down at my watch, which I still had on, by the way, through the Oblivion portal, and it said 2014. And then Richard appeared beside me, now as /lurk, obviously, and said, what do you notice? And I said, it's 2014. He said, yes. When we created the Elder Scrolls Online, there was a rift in time itself, which created the world itself. The servers were so broken that it created a portal, the very portal we just went through, and created the universe in and of itself. That's why we can't fix the lag, because the lag is the portal itself. And I said, what? This is insane. And he said, the reason we have been buffing DPS time and time again, and why we do this and make everything so overpowered, is because we want everyone to be able to fight the real life Elder Scrolls, which is a real threat to humanity. That's why we had the Oaken Soul Ring. That's why we buff heavy attacks. That's why we buff everything over and over again. And that's why this PTS patch knows it's so difficult for us. Because the only way to get people to carry on playing is to make some changes that the players like. The players don't realize that we're actually trying to save their fucking lives. This is why balance is bad, because we want everything to be overpowered. We need it to be overpowered, because otherwise civilization as we know it is going to end. We are trapped in time in 2014, and we use this time portal to check to check the progress that's happened. And I said, this is beyond nuts. A day ago, I was merely an Elder Scrolls Online streamer, but now I'm an Elder Scrolls Online fighter. And he put his hand out to me and he said, Ed, you're pretty good at recording audio. Do you want to record audio in the fight for humanity? And I said, bitch, no, this is nuts. And I legged it out the portal. I ran down the stairs. He pressed a button. Richard Lambert pressed a button. It was like a red. All the security alarms went off. There were red lights everywhere. The lift stopped. As I was running to the lift, it clamped, and the lift door shut. And I was like, fuck, where do I go? Where do I go? I found the stairs. I started running down the stairs, down all the flights of stairs. And then there were security guards coming up the stairs. And I leaped over and sort of whacked against them. And I heard Rich Lambert from the top of the stairs as I was running down. You cannot escape here, young man. You have to make audio for Zenimax now. This is your life. Join me. Join me in making spaghetti bolognese. I said, no, I can't do this. There were just loads of security guards coming out. And I was shoving them out of the way. That one of them grabbed my arm and was tugging me. And I got off and I ran downstairs, and I finally got downstairs. The receptionist had a machine gun. But it's okay, because bad guys are bad at aiming. So I sort of did this roll flip through the behind the desk. I didn't know what to do. But then I realized that upon exiting the Oblivion portal, I still had some of the skills present in me from the Elder Scrolls. And I had a Templar Javelin in my hand suddenly, and I was like, wow, this is so bizarre. The rift between the real-life Elder Scrolls and the real life is merging. And I got up from behind the desk that I was hiding behind and chucked a javelin at the receptionist who had the machine gun. And I said, oh my god. And this ring that was on my finger turned in to the Oaken Soul ring. And suddenly I was overpowered, and I had all my skills back. And I was jabbing all the security guards dead, and they were like, what's happening? This is bizarre. This has never happened. And Rich said he did something. He's done something. He's collapsing the gap between the Elder Scrolls and real life. But they couldn't do anything about it. And why couldn't they do anything about it? Because they had buffed Honor the Dead and Templar to such an extent that no one could touch me. Their wrongdoing helped me. It saved my life. Their constant balances and balance changes and turned me into something that they couldn't handle. Every time they shot me with the machine gun, my living dark healed me an absurd amount. And I realized that I could tank out everyone. And I ran and I got into my car and I zoomed away, and they were still shooting. And I saw Rich Lambert at the bottom of the skyscraper fall to his knees and yell, "You'll never get away with this!" So that's where I was this weekend. I'm sorry there wasn't any streams at the weekend. I was at an interview. That's where I was, and that's how my interview went for Zenimax Online Studios. And now I really will get swatted because I've broken my NDA. Like and subscribe, please. Please, I need you to like and subscribe, please. I'm begging you.